Hey fellow Horror Night fans and Universal fans alike, I'm the Crazy Englishman and welcome back to another episode of Halloween Horror World, where today we're going to be discussing all of the mazes that have been revealed. Every single maze has been revealed now, every single attraction, the events are ready and set to unleash itself on the general public. So today we're just going to be browsing over some of the mazes, what I like, what I don't like about some of the selections. So let's jump right into it. Let's start with some of the mazes that I think are some of the big highlights for this year. I think unquestionably one of the biggest mazes to get announced for Horror Nights this year, Alien vs. Predator, hands down. This has been a maze that a lot of people have discussed, a lot of people have speculated on. Some people, me included, have said that Alien should be a maze this year because it's the 35th anniversary of the film. Some people wanted just a Predator maze, but instead we get something one up from that. We get both. With all the aliens being puppets, it will be interesting to see some of the maze walkthroughs from Sharp Productions, and hopefully, well, it's outside the Magic now. If they get permission to film inside the mazes in Orlando, I'll be interested to see the comparison between the two mazes. ADI, the effects studio behind such memorable films as Tremors, and of course the Alien series, they're really cool. They're lending Orlando and Hollywood the use of the puppets for the aliens. They're using the molds from the Alien vs. Predator films. So I'm excited to see them utilized in a maze environment. Moving on from AVP, we got From Dusk Till Dawn. Now, when I first made a video about this, I was on the meh side. I mean, I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't overly hyped for it. Now, I'm not necessarily gotten more positive of it. Right after making that video, I literally just sat down and watched the entire series from start to finish. And to be honest, it's a really cool idea. There's a lot of cool creature effects, there's a lot of cool set designs, there's more to it. We get to see more of the pyramid that the Titty Twister is located on. We get more backstory with the vampires and that. And so there's a lot that can go into this maze, and so I'm a little bit more optimistic. I love the characters. I love the show. The show was really well done. So I'm not overly hyped, but at the same time I'm more positive towards this maze than I was when I first made the video. One of the biggest ones, next to Alien vs. Predator, and somewhere you could probably hear, I think even in England, I could probably, when this maze was announced, I could probably hear Psycho from Psycho Massacre films just yell out. In fact, I think I heard it very faintly off in the background. Halloween is coming to Orlando. Now, this has made me excited, especially Psycho Massacre. Very excited to see this maze coming to Orlando. Now, I've had it at my attraction for 2009. We've had it at the Hollywood attraction. Now Orlando gets to have it, and I'm excited that they get to experience it. Now, I have a strong feeling Halloween is going to follow the same format, or a very similar format as the Hollywood maze, where it's based on the first film, and it's a walkthrough through Michael Myers' journey through Haddonfield in the first film. Now, this is great. It's based on the classic. Mike Aiello's a big fan of classic films, so I'm glad he's sticking to the first film as a basis for the maze. But this is a maze I'm very excited for. I think Halloween is going to be a fantastic one, definitely a memorable part of this year. Going into kind of a meh kind of area. Dracula Untold will be at both Hollywood and Orlando. Now, as I've said in my previous videos, I have nothing against this maze. In fact, I feel that with Dracula Untold, there's a lot that they can do with this. The movie looks fun. I'll give it that. I've watched the trailer, I've watched the multiple international trailers. The film does look like fun, and it's cool to see kind of an origin build up of Dracula. We got something loosely like that in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but as a maze environment, I think this could work really well. We've seen in Orlando in past years. Now, Orlando fans, feel free to correct me. It's Dracula Legacy of Blood. I think I got that right. Yeah, from a few years back. So Orlando's had an experience using Vlad Tepes as the format for a maze. And I think taking Dracula Untold isn't too much of a deviation from it, but it's bringing in some of the movie elements into the kind of mix, and it looks like it could be really cool. Again, this is a very mermaids for me. I'm not jumping for joy that this got announced, but at the same time, I'm not going to diss it because it could be very well done. Let's talk about the 3 original mazes that Orlando is having. I'm going to talk about these all at once because they seem very kind of simplistic, kind of maze ideas. Just to kind of, they seem very filler. We've got Roanoke with what happened to the legendary missing colony, the English colony, where they're all cannibals. I think this was my favorite out of the 3. Then we got the Dollhouse. I believe it's the Dollhouse of the Damned, where a psychotic young girl has taken over this warehouse kind of environment and turned everyone into living dolls, and it's became her hellish version of a dollhouse. This one, it could actually be scary. Some of the concept art shown shows a really kind of cool little environment. So this could be good. In fact, I think if going by the concept art, I think it'll look better than some of the Chucky mazes that Universal's done in the past. And the Ghouls and Gore incorporated with the killer clowns. Now, there's a lot speculated that this will be kind of Orlando's joke maze. I can see where that's going. It's clowns, they're evil. This could be like a Killer Clowns, kind of a homage to that film, but in a maze environment without acquiring the IP for it. Whether we see a cameo from Jack the Clown, I think is probable. I think they might pop him in there somewhere for a little cameo somewhere in the maze. 3 mazes, nothing spectacular, but something really cool to experience as a kind of deviation from a lot of the other movie IPs. For Hollywood, we got American Werewolf in London. For me, the reason it's in the Meh section, and this isn't going against anything, it's because from what I've heard and from what I've seen, a lot of the concept, it's going to be a similar layout for what it was in Orlando, just in a small kind of space area. So, at the same time, I am looking forward to seeing some of the walkthroughs. I can't wait to see Sharp Productions walkthroughs of that maze. But at the same time, I feel like it's going to be something I've seen at Orlando. However, still, it's really cool that Hollywood gets American Werewolf in London. For the kind of not great, really there isn't one particular maze that has made it to this list. If I have to comment on this year's layouts, going through Hollywood and Orlando, the one maze that I feel a little let down, and I've said this in the video as well, Clowns 3D, music by Slash. Now, this maze could be really good. I mean, it has the potential to be something interesting. I just feel that we've seen clowns one too many times. Now, I've said that Ghouls and Gore Inc. is on the Meh section, but again, it could be a comedic maze and it's just been there for filler. Whereas this is John's original concept. Now, again, as I've said in the Clowns 3D video that I made, I'm curious to see what the news piece was that John saw, or heard, sorry, that inspired this maze. Now, the music by Slash, it sounds like it could be a lot of fun. but the maze concept itself seems like we've seen it before. I'm hoping at some point Hollywood and a little bit of Orlando kind of moves away from clowns. Clowns are done. I feel that they're getting to the point where they're just redundant. They're not scary anymore. Jack the Clown is one of the few kind of clown characters that actually still breathes a little bit of life into it. But as for clowns in general, I think that the event should just kind of move away. It's the same with zombies. We've got Walking Dead. This isn't really on the disappointment list. It'd be closer more to meh. The only reason I'm interested in the Walking Dead maze is the fact that Orlando has stated for their attraction that it would be the largest house that they've ever built. Now this has got me thinking about some of the locations, but at the same time, it's zombies. We're returning back to zombies, and I feel that zombies, like clowns, need to take a break from the events. I feel that it's time for something new, something really cool, something creative. I think the creative team at Orlando Hollywood need to come up with their own original characters. I feel this is why we need to return to icons. Icons bring something special to the events, some backstory. I love what Orlando's done in the past, where they've built a whole backstory before you even get into the event. They've got like Easter eggs online on their website where you could look up, especially Bloody Mary. They had a whole ton of little backstories to the characters and that. They had a whole build-up to Fear's arrival. I feel that they need to return to icons. Now, what do I think of the whole? I love some of the maze choices. I love Halloween, Alien vs. Predator. Heck, I even like From Dusk Till Dawn, because having seen the series now, I have a more respect for it. But it feels like a muddle, very much a muddle. I think that's one of the best words I can really use. I don't want to say a mess, because quite honestly, it doesn't feel that bad. But as for some of the selections, it just feels a little bit outplaced. It feels like we're just picking from random baskets, and boom, we have an event. Again, that goes back to what I've just said about icons and icons inspiring the theme of the event. But overall, some really good maze choices. Format-wise, it could be a little bit more structured, but I think overall it's going to be a good year this year. Now, I'm really excited to see what they do for the 25th anniversary for Orlando next year. I'm hoping to attend that event. So we'll have to wait and see, but I can't wait. We're only, I think, 2 weeks away from the opening for Horror Nights. My parents are going for their anniversary. They're gonna Skype me, and I'm gonna do a little interview to see what they like. My dad's been going to the Hollywood event. This is the first year for the Orlando event, but my dad's been going even before 2006 when they brought it back. He's been going to the older event that they had before they had the huge hiatus. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they say. I'm excited to see what Sharp Productions, their walkthroughs. I'm excited. They do fantastic walkthroughs. Again, if you haven't seen their walkthroughs, go check out their channel at Sharp Productions on YouTube. They do fantastic maze walkthroughs. When I want to relive a lot of the memories that I have of going to the past event, I always go check out their videos. So if you haven't, check out the videos. I'm hoping, again, Outside the Magic gets permission to film inside the mazes, because I really want to see the Orlando attractions. But overall, can't wait to see this year. So I'm interested to see what you guys think. Are you excited about the maze selections this year? What you like, what you don't like? I can't wait. I really want to hear from you guys. I'll be curious to see what your opinions are for this year. If you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have, please feel free to like and subscribe. More videos on the way for Halloween Horror World, especially when we start hitting, when the event starts. Maze reviews will be up as soon as I can get a full kind of feeling for the mazes. I'll be doing maze reviews. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, more videos on the way, and until the next time, this is Crazy Englishman signing out.